Is Litecoin and Bitcoin still bullish? What's up, guys? Crypto Savvy here. I hope everyone had a good weekend. We're going to take a look at Litecoin, then we're going to take a look at Bitcoin. Towards the end of the video, stick around and we're going to look at the Bitcoin daily chart versus the gold weekly chart and look at where we're at on that. It's pretty interesting. It's helping guide through this, so stick around to the end and we'll check that out. All right, guys, as always, I want to start out by saying I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is my opinion and my view of the market only. Anybody that's doing any investing or any trading in this market, I suggest you do your own due diligence and your own research, as this market can be extremely volatile and risky. Also, keep in mind this is still a speculative market, so don't put in more than you're willing to lose. With that being said, if you haven't already or you're new here, please hit the subscribe button in the lower right-hand side of the screen. That'll get you subscribed to the channel. Tick the notification bell. That'll get you notified when I post new videos. Also, smash those likes. Leave your comments. Let me know what you think. I appreciate everybody that's been subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing in other areas. I really appreciate it, guys. You've helped the channel grow tremendously. So let's get into the charts. Looking at Litecoin on the daily, and as you can see, I have these trend lines drawn here from these resistance areas here, and I have another one here from these resistance areas down here. And this, I believe, is the long-term support line. So taking a look at where we're at now, I'm going to go into the RSI and look at where we're at here. As you can see, let me zoom in for you. I had this white line on the top where we've been getting resistance, resistance, resistance. And down here, support, support, support. Also, there's a channel here. Let me extend this a little bit now. So we have this channel here with a resistance, resistance. And if you look here, I have these two lines drawn in here. And if you look on the RSI, we're making a lower low here, but if we look in the price action, we're making a higher low, so that makes me bullish still here. And I am bullish still in the short term, guys, but there is things we have to watch out for. And now I'm in the 4-hour RSI, and if you look, we have this triangle drawn here with the resistance, resistance, support, and support. And if you look at it, it's kind of a falling wedge. You know, this could come down more like this, but as of right now, as you can see, we're making a lower low here in the RSI. And if we look in the price action, let me zoom in here so you can see it. We're making a higher low, which would make this hidden bullish divergence. So, and I'm going to go into the measured moves on this. I'm going to try to make this video kind of quick, guys. I'm running out of time here. So, all right, looking at where we're at here. Now, this is the area we got to watch, guys. If we go down below this $87 area, you know, we could be looking at going down to the $80 range for support, or all the way down to the $74 range for support. But I do believe we're probably most likely going to hold in this triangle and go up from here. And the measured move off that would be, if we measure this as the flagpole, and this being the flag to where we would break out, that is where I get the high target of $135 area, 134 to 135. Now, the other way I can do a measured move off this is measure the width of this triangle and to where we could possibly break out. That gets me to the 116 area, guys. Now I'm going to go into the more immediate time and look at another little measured move I have here, which would be the measured move off of this breakout, looking at this as a flagpole here and a flag here. And that would get us, we were to break out up there, back up to the $100 area, and we're probably going to get resistance there. And if we break out up to the $100 area here, I do see us coming back down, testing this triangle for support to the 95 area, and then, you know, continue up from there possibly. But we do need to watch like I said, this lower range here, right in the $87 range. If we break below that, chances are we're going to continue down and do a correction here. So that's Litecoin. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. This is Bitcoin on the daily. I'm going to get rid of this old target, which we had hit here. I'm going to get that out of our way. And this is what we're looking at now, guys. I do believe that, like I said, I do believe we're going to continue up a little from here, and I'll show you why in a minute. Let's go into the RSI. And if we look at the RSI on the daily, this rising channel drawn here, and we came up, we got resistance here, come back down, and I do believe, in my opinion, we're going to come up and retest this one more time before coming back down for a correction. So let's go into the 4-hour and look at what's going on here. As you can see, I had this triangle drawn here, which the bull flag here, and we move this, tighten this up a little bit. But I had this bull flag drawn here, and if we look down here, we're getting the same thing as in Litecoin. You know, we've got the lows over here. We've got this low, and we've broken out of this. Let's zoom in here. We've broken out of this descending wedge or descending triangle, and we popped out here, came back up, and tested. If you see this white line here that we broke out of over here is a symmetrical wedge, symmetrical triangle, whichever you want to look at, or whichever way you want to look at it. But we still have the rising channel here. We've gotten resistance off this line. We could correct this. We have to look at this as a possible head and shoulders here, and to come back down and test this line. And if we do that, that would break us through this triangle. We could be looking at coming back down to test this $4,400 range. But like I said, I'm bullish right now. I don't see that. What we need to watch is this triangle here, and I'm going to do the measured moves off this real quick, which we've already broken up out of, and we're coming back down to test for support right here. I'm going to start out with the smaller targets, and then we'll move up to what we could be looking at. If we look here, I have this flag pull here measured, and with the little bull flag here, and if we measure a breakout from there, that's going to get us around the 54, between 54 and 54.50 range. So that would be my short-term, really short-term target. And then we're probably going to get some resistance up here on this line. And, you know, this looks like possibility of a rising wedge forming. But I also have these lines here, which looks like a rising broadening wedge. That's more what I'm looking towards. Let's do a measured move off of this bull flag here. If we come up all the way to this tip and look at where we broke out. And again, guys, that's as long as we stay above this here. If we go back below the 5,000, then it's possible, you know, we come all the way back down to the between the $4,200 and $4,400 area for correction. But again, I'm still bullish here, and these are higher targets. I'm not saying that we go up this high right now, but this is the measured move off of this triangle here, off of this bull flag here, would be the highest, around the 6,350 to 6,400 range. And if we take a look at measuring off, not using this wick, using this wick here, do the measured move off of that, the breakout of the triangle, and that gets us up to the $61.50 to $62 range. Also, I have another measured move that gets us to this $57.80 range, and that would be the measured move off of this, the width of this triangle here. Let me get it going here. It's actually going to be higher than that. I had the measured move wrong, but The measured move off of that would get us up to looking at around the 58 to 58.50 range on that measured move, guys. The width of the triangle here. So that's where I'm at with that, and I'm pretty confident that we continue up higher. But like I said, do watch the bottom of this triangle. If we break back down in here, if we drop below the 5,000 range, I believe our next stop after that's going to be around the between $4,200 and $4,400 area. So definitely keep an eye on that, guys. Now we're going to go into the Bitcoin daily chart versus the gold weekly chart. This is very interesting. So if you haven't watched already, I have this dotted line drawn here to where we broke down at the 6,000, and then from the second peak I have this solid line drawn from where we broke out to from the $6,000 range, and then down here is the long-term trend line, which we've had 2 tests of down here. Now if we look at the gold chart, looking at the gold chart, you know, you see on the long-term trend we have 2 touches down here also. I've drawn the same solid line coming from the breakdown of that, the same dotted line from the all-time high coming to the breakdown of that. And as you can see, what happened with gold here, and what caused this with gold is right here in 2003 the ETF was approved. And remember, this is a weekly chart and Bitcoin is a daily chart. Times are a lot faster now. Bitcoin's moving a lot faster. You know, we have the internet, social media, all that. Things are a lot quicker now. So right here we had the ETF approved for gold, and then look what happened. So I'm expecting some really good news in this area within maybe the next month or two. And whether it be the ETF or whatever, I believe that's what's going to really put Bitcoin on a major uptrend. So, all right, we're going to look at, if you see these gray lines here, I've drawn them from each peak, and they've been acting as support and resistance as we break through them. And we're going to take a look at that now. As you can see, here was the dotted line from the all-time high, gave us resistance. We broke through, tested for support, and then we came to that. Remember, the second peak was a solid line, got resistance there, broke through, tested for support. Then we move up to the next one, got resistance, broke through, resistance, broke through. And then up here, we never got resistance from this one, but we broke through pretty hard. And if you look here, my EMAs are crossing, which is still bullish. I do believe we're gonna. That's why I'm still bullish from here. But anyway, we got resistance off of this line, come back on up, broke through, tested for support, came back up. I do believe we're looking at, if we were to go up here somewhere in the $5,500 range, which, meets up kind of with the targets I was showing earlier. But that's where I'm at with this. And then if we go into the RSI on this and look at this compared to the last bull run in the RSI, as you can see, I've drawn these trend lines. This was the bull run in 2013, then the bear market, and we've drawn that line up here, and they got resistance here, came back down, got into the oversold, tested a line again, got resistance, and then broke through and never looked back. Now here's a 2017 bull run with 2018 bear run. There's where we got resistance at the 6,000 range and come back down, got oversold, came back up, tested for resistance, got resistance, came back, broke through. And now, as you can see in the weekly, we're getting this little tick sideways. But I do believe, like I said, we got a little more up to go. But by the end of the week, we could be correcting. So keep that in mind. I'm going to go into the monthly now and look. If you can see the 2 arcs I have drawn here. Now, this is 2013 bull run with the following bear market after. And in the bear market, I've marked these 4 arrows, and those are the 4 lows in the RSI, which we've gotten the same thing in the 2018 bear market. I marked the same 4, and now we've gotten support off the bottom of this arc, and we could, like I said, we should have a little bit higher here to go, and then we'll probably correct down, and we could run, you know, all the way into the end of summer, a little bit of sideways action, and then just start moving up from there. The other possibility is, you know, we continue up before then, but I see the real upward momentum coming towards, you know, the middle of the end of summer, but it could be sooner. Like I said, I'm really expecting some kind of news or something, some big catalyst thing to happen to move us up from there. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to click the Crypto Savvy logo above my head to get you subscribed. Tick the notification bell to get you notified when I post new videos. Smash those likes, leave your comments, guys. Let me know what you think. I appreciate everything. Thanks, guys.